You are enjoying the quiet of a peaceful afternoon. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. Your dog, the creature that just seconds ago was sleeping soundly at your feet, springs up like a coiled wire. They charge straight at the door, barking wildly. What is your first reaction? Most of us feel embarrassed about the guest. You frown and yell, "Quiet, go to your bed." We automatically assume our dog is being undisciplined, making mindless noise, and needs to be corrected immediately. But behavioral science reveals a truth that will make you pause. Your dog is not actually barking at the guest. That noise isn't chaos. It is an encoded emergency security briefing, broadcast directly to one person only, you. The home is a sacred territory, and you are the alpha. Their primal duty is to alert the pack leader the exact moment that boundary is touched. When you yell at them to be quiet, you crush their most loyal protective instinct. More importantly, you miss a vital message. If you know how to listen, that bark will tell you exactly who's behind that door. Is it a familiar friend or a dangerous threat? To understand this secret message, you must temporarily forget human language and step into the primal auditory world of dogs. Their ears are 4 times more sensitive than ours, and their vocal cords are designed to emit sound ranges we sometimes cannot fully decode. But when a stranger stands at your front door, your dog will typically use one of 3 core languages. First is the alarm bark. This is the most common sound you hear every day. It is usually a series of 2 or 3 sharp, decisive barks, followed by a short pause to listen, and then it repeats. Their ears are pointed straight forward, and their body is alert but not aggressive. In this vocal range, your dog is in a completely neutral state. Their message to you is clear. Leader, there is a change in our territory. There is a stranger outside. I have done my duty to report it. Now you make the decision. At this moment, they bark only to wait for your guidance. Second is the greeting bark. You will instantly recognize this familiar melody when your grown children return home or a close friend visits. The bark is no longer sharp, but shifts to a high-pitched, piercing tone, sometimes breaking into excited, emotional whines. This is accompanied by a tail wagging like a helicopter. Even before the door opens, their incredible nose has recognized the familiar scent slipping through the cracks. They are screaming with joy. This is great. I know this smell. It's our family. Open the door quickly. I can't contain my excitement. And finally, the third vocal range, the sound you must never ignore. The threat bark. Completely different from the previous excitement. This bark has a deep, guttural pitch, prolonged and echoing from deep within their chest. You will see the hair on their back stand up, their lips slightly curled to show their fangs, and their entire body leaning forward like a solid brick wall shielding you. Your dog might be smelling tension, the scent of danger, or a bad energy from the stranger outside. The message now is a matter of life and death. This person is highly dangerous. Do not step forward. Stay behind me. I am ready to shed blood to protect you. 3 tones, 3 completely different messages. But the story doesn't end there. There is a 4th type of visitor bark, a behavioral red alert, that the vast majority of dog owners completely misunderstand. And this simple misunderstanding can lead to devastating accidents right in your own living room. That is fear-based barking. Imagine the moment the living room door opens and the unfamiliar guest steps inside. The loud barking continues, but if you carefully observe your 4-legged friend's body language, you will see a heartbreaking contradiction. Instead of standing tall and stepping forward like a confident guard, your dog is actually backing away. The sharp barking is accompanied by a tail tucked tightly between their hind legs and a cowering posture. They might even try to hide behind your back or scramble under the coffee table, yet their mouth keeps barking and baring teeth. Many older owners, out of mere politeness to their guests, unknowingly make a highly dangerous mistake. We often laugh it off apologetically, grab their collar to pull them out, and coax them, "Go say hi, it's okay, be a good dog." Or even worse, the enthusiastic guest slowly approaches, bends over, and reaches a hand out toward the dog's face with the intention of petting them. In the eyes of a completely panicked dog, that approaching hand is not a gesture of friendship. it is a lethal attack. When you back a trembling, terrified animal into a corner and take away their only escape route, their most primal survival instinct takes over: fight or flight. Because they can no longer flee, they are forced to bite. This is known as fear biting. This is absolutely not an act of vicious aggression. It is the desperate retaliation of a creature pushed to its psychological breaking point. A single bite can severely injure your guest, and the aftermath brings nothing but exhaustion and heartbreak for your own family. So, as the steady alpha of the household, what must you do to protect both your guest and your dog? It is incredibly simple. Stand up straight and step directly in front, blocking the space between your dog and the guest. With a perfectly calm demeanor, politely ask your guest to completely ignore the dog. No direct eye contact, no calling their name, and absolutely no reaching out to pet them. The rock-solid protection of your back, combined with the stranger's indifference, will send an overwhelmingly reassuring message to their highly stressed nervous system. The leader has control of the situation. This stranger is not a threat. Just a few minutes later, as their heart rate drops, your dog will voluntarily step out of hiding, tentatively approaching to sniff the guest's shoes and gather information on their own terms. This deep, subtle understanding is the exact line between a tragic accident and an unbreakable bond. And when the dust settles and the guests have finally gone home, that is when you realize the true value of this furry, big-hearted guardian. When the last guest walks out the door, returning the familiar quiet to your home, look down at your feet. The dog that was barking so wildly is now curled up, breathing in a peaceful rhythm. As we enter the quieter chapters of life, when the pace slows down and the house grows still, that silence can sometimes feel a bit empty. Our hearing might not be as sharp as it once was, but in return, you own the greatest security system in the world. A system with a beating heart, one that never asks for a paycheck and never falls asleep on duty. That loud, sharp bark whenever someone touches the boundary of your home is not a nuisance. It is the sound of life. It is a fierce declaration that in this vast world, you are the single most precious thing they have, and they are willing to risk everything to keep you safe. So, the next time the doorbell rings, please don't rush to frown and yell. Step forward, stand between them and the door, gently stroke their fur, and say in a calm, steady voice, "Thank you, I've got it from here." If you truly appreciate your loyal guardian, hit that subscribe button so we can uncover more secrets about your best friend together. And let me know in the comments below. When someone knocks on your door, does your dog use a high-pitched excited bark or a low, warning growl? I will see you in the next video.